This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're, of course, a person. Recently, I've been putting ice cubes in the dryer. Yeah, I actually thought that I'd steam my shirt because this morning it was a little wrinkled. But guess what, Owen Thiele?
What?
I actually didn't work and it just made my shirt kind of wet.
100%.
Obviously.
Well, I've done that before as well.
I thought that I would sort of do a life hack. Honestly, you know what? It actually did work a little.
Can I be honest? Your shirt looks gorgeous.
Okay, so maybe it did work a little.
It looks completely steamed. It looks like a stylist steamed it.
No, thank
It
you so
literally
much.
does.
But I'm obviously here on the show with Owen Thiele.
Hi.
Owen,
of course,
thank
my
you.
gay little opening.
Your gay little sound effect.
My gay little sound effect that you programmed for me.
Obviously, you know Owen from FX's upcoming series Adults and Theater Camp, and also your podcasting.
Or
Your
maybe you
Dreams.
don't know Owen
Or
from anything.
Maybe you don't know Owen at all.
And welcome.
And welcome. Owen, thank you so much for being here.
Are you kidding? This is an honor. This is so much fun.
Please. Now, Owen, obviously you're on the show today
Yes.
to give advice to the people. What makes you perfect? What makes you a perfect person to be on the show to give that advice?
I would say I'm so I'm perfect in every way, to be honest. No, I would say that no one has ever described me as perfect, except for myself, which I think makes me pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I don't think anyone's walking around saying, "Oh, Owen's perfect. Owen's perfect at this. I'm really bad at sports. I'm really bad at." Name another thing that I'm probably bad at.
Hockey, also a sport.
Sport, drawing, I'm really bad at.
Drawing.
Visual arts, really bad at. Yeah.
Really? That's surprising to me. You're sort of self-diagnosed perfection.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I'm perfect.
And people actually say self-diagnosis is a real form of diagnosis.
There you go.
For
I'm a
perfection.
self-diagnosed narcissist as well. Did you know this about me?
Exactly right. Now, Owen, obviously we know each other because we did a short years ago.
Of course, thank God.
And
Thank
then
you.
most recently I saw you in an alley near your home.
Yes, of course.
Which was lovely.
Sorry about that.
But you're on FX's Adults. I just watched 3 episodes of it, and it's fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
I will
Did
just
you
say-
like it?
I did really like it.
Great. I love that.
Which is always a treasure because it's like, there's so many new shows.
Totally.
But I did watch the first episode, and I was like, this is going to be big, and people are going to like it.
Oh my God. And you don't have to say that if you
I
don't
didn't,
want
and I
to.
didn't. But I did.
Thank you so
But
much.
I did say
Are
it.
you going to cut that part out?
I
So
imagine
that-
it cuts right from that to another part of the show.
Totally.
No, but I
God.
loved it. But I wanted to tell people about the show just a little bit up top in case they want to take a little gander.
Please, I want
little
you to take a
peek.
gander, even if it's just a little one.
A little.
What do you want me to tell them about the show? Just
I don't
anything?
know. Go yeah.
It's about 5 housemates who are struggling to grow up. They're trying to become people, but they're trying to become good people, but they're not really people or good in any sort.
They're not
in any
really
sense of the
people.
word.
They're sort of goblins.
They're goblins. It's an alien show. It's actually Alien on FX. No, it's really fun, and it feels like when I was making it, I've only seen a few episodes, so I can't. I get nervous about speaking about the actual product.
Like
but
when we shot the scene where everybody gets killed
Yes,
in a big car accident.
Exactly. No, but shooting it felt so special, and it felt like something that I would want to watch and growing up would want to be involved in. And I'm very lucky that it happened.
That's wondrous. Did you ever have like a million roommates and do a thing like that?
No,
You're solo dolo. You're solo.
I was, yes. Well, I went to NYU for 2 weeks. I dropped out.
Oh, didn't know you dropped out.
No, it's actually the other one.
And it's actually
I finally saw the world after dropping out. College isn't for everyone.
sure.
Actually, that's kind of good advice.
Did you go to Tisch?
So I went to Tisch, but I
Oh
dropped out
my.
after 3 days of Tisch, and I went into Stern business. This is true.
And you went into business, and you graduated business, or you dropped out completely?
No. Then I dropped out completely.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. You
A
were
week
like,
after that, I was like, "Hey, business is not for me."
after you decided theater, you were like, "I'm going to do theater." Actually, I'm going to do business. You get a big business suit. and you're
Literally,
like, actually,
literally. I was
I'm
like,
done.
"Hey, the suit's not tailored correctly." Dropping out. So I dropped out of that, and then I came back here. And I lived with my parents. So they were kind of like my roommates.
Oh, there you go.
Of sorts.
Sure.
And then I moved back to New York, and I lived with a lovely girl named Ellie and my boyfriend. He became my boyfriend. And ultimately. And it was very sweet. But I never had like a group of friends that I was living with. No.
Right. I did have on a couple different occasions big groups of friends. I lived with like five guys. I lived with 5 guys, burgers and fries in college.
Oh, of course.
Okay. And then I moved to New York and I lived with 2 girls and then another one of my friends.
I thought you were going to make another like...
I lived with 2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
No, but I did do that in New York City. Okay. 152nd
Great.
and Broadway. This show's about my life.
Wait, that's insane.
But it did make me miss New York because I do miss being there.
Isn't New York magical?
It really is.
No, it's actually like we all have to move there.
I know. It is the cliche of like...
Well, there's a mass exodus of LA. Everyone's moving to New York.
Oh my God, I didn't hear.
Everyone's moving to New York, my love.
Everyone's left.
Everyone is gone. Look at the streets.
They're
It's
empty.
literally, by the way, on the weekends, it's teeming with people.
It's full.
No, it's so full.
Yeah, it's too
But
much full.
I'm trying to say everyone's leaving so that maybe everyone does leave.
So you want people to get out.
Well, I want LA to myself.
Yeah, you want to be able to go to Erewhon and sort of
course.
get the fancy strawberry. Have
Exactly.
you had the nice strawberry? And I know you have.
Okay, so let me tell you something.
And based on anything I know about you, it's that you had the nice strawberry.
So I've tasted the nice strawberry.
Of course.
How much is the nice strawberry? I did a bad thing. So you know how it's in one little thing?
Yes.
It's in one container.
Yeah.
So my friend, I'm not going to name names,
Here we go. Name it.
Emma Chamberlain. Emma, I love you, girl.
Okay.
Emma, I love you, girl. Emma had a box of strawberries in her fridge.
Yeah.
And then she had 1 strawberry. And I, of course, was like, oh, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. She said, grab the strawberry. So I grabbed the nice one, and then I ate the nice one. And
You
then,
ate the one singular.
I know.
I think they're like $20, $18.
I think it was for, I don't know what she was going to do with it, but ultimately I did eat it. So,
That's.
but can I be honest? She never talked to me about it.
Oh, she never was like, you ate my $18 strawberry?
No, she never said anything.
Okay.
So I think
she's resenting you. She's quietly.
Yeah, I think there's a case being built against me.
And was it different than a regular strawberry? Can't have been.
No, it tasted delicious, to be honest, but no.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous looking.
It was a Gorgina strawberry.
It was Gorgina.
It was Stragina.
Absolutely. Well, of course.
Well, of course. But Owen, before we even get to the callers, because
Yeah.
people have called in and they need our advice, I have to calibrate your advice via the Perfect Person speed round.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to throw things at you
Great.
with the ferocity of a hungry lion, and I need you to tell me what is perfect to have /do/be. Are you prepared?
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. Perfect Person speed round starts now. Perfect candle smell.
Santal.
Chantal.
Is that a smell?
Chantal.
No, Christmas. I changed my answer.
Christmas smell. Christmas smell?
You guys know what I mean. Like gorgeous.
berries?
Like, fireplace. Okay, fireplace, go.
You're talking about a fire, wood.
Wood. Hey, wood.
Perfect way to tell someone you are not going to eat the weird dinner that they made. You show up, someone's made a really weird dinner, you're not going to eat it, it might make you gag. How do you break it to them?
I'm on Ozempic. Just say that.
Say, I'm on Ozempic, go to the bathroom, never come out.
100%.
Huge. Perfect salad.
Anything with feta cheese. Yum.
Oh, I do like a feta. Honestly,
Come on.
in any salad, I'm just looking for balsamic on feta.
100% Greek. Yum.
Yeah, yum. Perfect time to wake up in the morning.
I wake up pretty early.
Oh, really? You do?
6 a.m.
You wake up at 6?
But I go to sleep at like 4.
Oh.
I have 2 hours of sleep a night, which is why I'm weird.
Oh my God. Sorry, you have 2 hours. What is happening?
It's very, very bad. Miles.
Last night, what was the bedtime? What was the wake
Oh
up?
my God. Last night I had a really good night of sleep.
Okay, huge.
Which is why actually I'm weirder today, because once I sleep, I get weirder. I went to sleep around 2:30 and I woke up at like 6. Yeah, it's like 4 hours.
2:30 and you woke up at 6.
Yeah.
That is not very much sleep. And are you napping? Is that a nap happening?
No.
No. You're just in a waking state of panic.
For freaks. No, I can't do that.
Honestly, I wake up at 6 too, but I have a young son that I'm waking up to take care of.
This is great. I'll take care of him.
Honestly,
Call me.
I'll send him to you.
Send him to me.
Perfect plane movie.
Perfect plane movie is going to be probably, that's really hard, Pitch Perfect. Love it.
Oh, Pitch
Whoa.
Perfect is a good plane movie.
Guess why? Because there's 4 of them or 3 of them.
You need, especially if you're taking a lot of flights, it's like one on the way there, one on the way back.
Totally, exactly. And
You
you're
know?
craving the big cliffhanger. You're like, whoa, now I need to see Pitch Perfect 2.
The big cliffhanger.
Well, at Pitch Perfect 1, doesn't it end with...
Anna Kendrick at gunpoint, and then it cuts to credits.
I was going to say, doesn't it end with her kind of flying off the freeway and you don't know where it ends?
the car veers off.
There's a cliffhanger.
I will say I have watched Edge of Tomorrow on every plane I've ever
What
been.
is that?
Oh my God, it's great.
What is that?
It's okay, Tommy Cruise. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, we're calling him. Tom Cruise picks up. Hello.
By the way, that would be so hot.
Would be incredible. But
he magically appears next to me.
that if Tom did the show, wow,
100%.
But no, it's Tom Cruise. It's Groundhog Day, but action. They're like fighting. It's Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise.
Oh my god! Before or after Devil Wears Prada?
Oh, after. Sorry, Devil Wears Prada was like Emily Blunt's first movie.
No, I was like, this is confusing. I was like, this is great. She was 10.
I also rewatched Devil Wears Prada on a plane recently.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
I will say this: my friend of mine. I'm not going to name names, and I actually won't on this one. She was sitting next to me and watching Snakes on a Plane. On a plane.
Spooky
okay,
movie.
that's insane.
Shocking that it's allowed to be shown on a plane.
First of all, can't believe they have that on the plane.
Unbelievable.
Second of all, what the hell you picked it?
Yeah, that is
No, that's
weird.
a sociopath.
Yeah, that's a sociopath.
Anyways.
But Devil Wears Prada is great. Only problem is that she should have stayed with the guy from The Mentalist at the end. She shouldn't go back to her dorky ass Adrian Grenier boyfriend.
Totally, 100%.
Come on, what are we talking about?
100%.
Perfect item of clothing you own.
My Ugg slippers.
Ooh, I always wanted Uggs.
The best.
I never got them.
They're called the Tasmans. Get them.
By
the way, Ugg does not sponsor me. That was not a paid thing.
Hashtag Ugg Thiele.
Yeah, exactly.
Hashtag Ugg and Thiele. Perfect final snack of the evening.
Oh my God. That's such a good question. Because I start my evening snack with something spicy and then I have to end with something sweet.
Right. But this is like pre-brush teeth, your final one.
Or post-brush.
Oh, you're snacking after teeth brush. No, my wife does the same thing. And I'm always
really
like,
gross.
isn't that the thing you're not supposed to do? And she's like, it's going to be fine.
100%. And mine's really bad because mine's chocolate. Dark chocolate.
You have chocolate right before sleep? I will say, there was like, I remember a 2-week period when I was eating ice cream right before bed, not brushing my teeth, and then I got like so many cavities. It was like, I probably should be.
I thought you said you were going to say like something horrible, like genetically happened to your body.
No.
Cavities, it's fine. You'll fill them.
I had, all of a sudden, I went to the dentist and I was like, it's all going to be fine, right, doc? And they were like, you have 9 cavities. And I was humiliated.
My God.
It was so many. And now they're fine. They're all healed.
On my podcast, I had someone on that Kaya Gerber. Okay, name drop. Sorry.
Okay, here we go.
I had Kaya Gerber on my podcast. Okay, name drop. And she said that she brushes her teeth 4 times a day.
I mean, that's
crazy.
That's a crazy amount to brush your teeth. But I feel that if I really was looking at my teeth a lot, sometimes I look at my teeth and I go, they're not really the shade of white that I want them to be.
Totally.
And then I just forget about it.
Do you whiten?
No, but I should. And I really should. You're whitening your teeth?
Crest.
And that's hashtag Crest Thiele.
/Thiele/ perfect person.
Perfect coffee order.
Anything with coffee mate. I'm obsessed with super sweet.
Oh,
Love it.
great.
I love it creamy and delish.
I'm now very open about people's coffee preferences. I feel that when I was younger, I had very pretentious.
You were in the closet before.
I was in the closet. I was very in the closet with my coffee opinions. No, I just feel that I was like, okay, like coffee should be a certain way. And now I'm just like, have a diner coffee, have a coffee mate. Whatever makes you feel happy.
Makes you feel good and awake.
You know, what flavor of coffee mate are you putting in
French vanilla. But I do love gingerbread, but that's only during Christmas time.
It's very Christmas themed.
Sorry.
Christmas
and I'm
gingerbread
full
candle.
Jewish, but I'm like, hey, I have the tree and I love the coffee mate gingerbread.
Perfect emoji to send as a conversation ender.
Oh, that's really good. Any kind of heart that isn't red.
Ooh.
Like the yellow heart is like, bye. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because red heart is almost like, I love you and I want to keep talking.
No. Red heart's like, well, let's continue this. But a yellow heart, black heart. Whoa, black heart's like, hey, never text me again.
Yeah, black heart is, it feels cold.
Black heart's evil. Unless you're like super goth and like black heart then is like actually an invitation.
And then we support it.
100%.
Final question, perfect time of day.
That's a really good question. I've been loving a drink on the street in LA at a 6 p.m. Sun kind of still up, but it's a breeze. I'm sorry, I hear this.
That is glory. That's delicious.
Should we do that?
Let's do a drink on the street at 6 p.m.
Great.
Honestly, I was just in London. Okay, name drop. But we're calling the queen. I was just in London and you can drink on the street and everyone is fucking lit up at 5:30 p.m.
Look at that.
It's like, oh, everyone's just on the street in their work clothes,
well,
like
you know
having
what they
a pint.
call them?
What's that?
Pubs. Hit the thing.
Which thing? Which one? Oh, sorry. You know what they call them? Pubs.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There you go. No, so, I mean, what do I know what you mean? I do.
What I mean?
They
no,
call
but
them pubs.
I wish we had pubs here because you can pub hop. I mean, you can bar hop, but bar hop is like, ugh. Like, I want on the street vibe. Like,
yeah.
People in London are always like, you notice this? They're always standing on the street and there's always a fence around them. Hear me out.
This is going to be the clip from the episode.
I'm literally not kidding. There's always like a bar around them. Do you get what I'm saying?
You mean like
a railing?
They're fenced in by a railing on the street.
On the street.
Yeah,
There's
they really
always
are.
a railing around them.
No, I think it's because honestly, there's a lot of places to drink, so you need a place to, and it's a flat railing with a little.
Yes.
And
I don't know. I see railings in London.
I must say, I see all nothing but railing.
I love London. I don't want it to seem like I'm like shitting on people of London.
Well, you know what they call them there? Pubs.
Well, of course.
But no, I did like London, and the drinking culture is wild. I will say, I wish that there was more bars close together in LA. You could do a bar crawl.
Totally.
Me and my friends did plan one on the east side, and it worked, but you had to walk like a significant distance.
No, and then you're like sober in between, and you're sweating, and then you get to the next bar and you can't flirt, and like, what are you doing?
Can't even flirt.
You can't even fucking flirt. You're sweating through your shirt.
Sweating way too much. But Owen, thank you so much. You're through the speed round. Sorry, that was the wrong sound effect. That one was on me. But Owen, it is time we get to the phone lines because people are in need of our help.
Thank God.
But before we do, if you like the show, consider rating and subscribing it on every single platform, as well as joining us on Patreon, where you can get the ad-free extended version of every single goddamn episode. As well as bonus episodes on Friday where I call back people from the show and I get their updates on how my advice changed their lives.
Oh my God. Do you have this on OnlyFans too?
I wish. And I show my butthole in the middle of the episode.
On OnlyFans.
There's one single frame that's my butthole in the middle of every single special episode.
And there's a link to the podcast.
And a link to the Peep. But get on over there to Patreon if you want more of that good. Until then, we have to answer the call.
I'm so excited.
When I first started this podcast, I had no idea what I was doing. Me, a business owner? I don't think so. But luckily, I scoured the internet to find the most trusted business tools that I could do my little business with. And as I found them, I started implementing them into my business, and I noticed that there's a special hidden tool behind millions of businesses that makes them tick. Finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything can be such a game changer for millions of businesses. That tool is Shopify. Yeah! Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. Get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand's style. Everyone I know who has a business that sells something uses Shopify. It's just the number one thing. Whether you're selling one peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a truckload of peanut butter and honey sandwiches, Shopify is going to help you. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand's style. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into cash. With Shopify on your side, sign up for your $1 per month trial period and start selling today at shopify.com/perfectperson. Go to shopify.com/perfectperson, shopify.com/perfectperson. Close your eyes and imagine how much hair you'll have 6 months from now. Is it flowing? Is it beautiful? If you're picturing the same you as before, but with much thicker and fuller hair, then you'd be correct. Because with Hims, you can start seeing thicker, fuller hair regrowth in just 3 to 6 months. I personally use Hims every single day. I take a tablet of finasteride from Hims. It gets delivered to my door. Because a couple years ago, I noticed my hairline was kind of walking it back, and I wanted to stop that walk back. And I gotta say, since taking Hims, I have noticed thicker and fuller hair, and my hairline has stopped going backwards and started sort of reinforcing the strength up front. Hims provides you with convenient access to a range of hair loss treatments that work, all from the comfort of your couch. Choose from personalized chewable oral, spray, and serum treatments to find what works best for you. For me, it is the tablet of finasteride. The process is simple and 100% online, so there are no uncomfortable doctor's visits. Hims has hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers, and they can help you get your confidence back with visibly thicker and fuller hair. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/perfectperson. That's HIMS.com/perfectperson for your personalized hair loss treatment options. hims.com/perfectperson. Results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hi, I'm calling about a big misunderstanding between me and two of my coworkers that has one of them believing we want to have a threesome with him, And I'm in crisis because trying to explain what we were actually soliciting him for is way more embarrassing. Perfection is not in the cards for me anymore, but if you could help me stick the landing, that would be great. Thanks so much.
So there's a more embarrassing reason that they need the person, but I don't know what it is.
Wait, I didn't hear that part. What did they say?
She said we're soliciting him for a much more embarrassing reason that but it's not a threesome, but he thinks we're trying to have a threesome with him.
Well, what's the embarrassing reason?
Well, that's why we got to give him a call back.
Hello?
Hello, you called perfect person. I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Owen Thiele.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, hi. That's even more resonant in person. God damn.
The fart sound effect. It is powerful. Owen,
it really is. It echoes. It goes. Hold on. I need to get to my car.
Owen, can I please have a fake name for this person to preserve their anonymity?
Well, this is Alice.
Alice. Alice.
Wow, majestic.
Alice, please let me know, what was the big misunderstanding that has your coworker thinking that you're trying to bang them 3 ways?
Okay, hold on. I need to get to the car.
Oh, sorry. Are you at work right now?
Oh my God. Well,
Yeah.
Why don't you get the person too? Get the man in
Get
there
the man, and I'll talk it out with
Yeah,
them.
yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. What kind of place do you work?
So,
Spotify.
there's backstory. Hold on.
Spotify, the one downtown?
I hope you're high up in your job ultimately and you're not like an assistant and you've left your boss.
No, I work at the airport in the air traffic control tower at Newark.
Literally. All I'm doing is scanning through the bags. Make sure there's no bombs. Yeah.
So, first of all, what type of job do you have before you discuss the misunderstanding?
So, this is my part-time job that I have on top of my full-time job.
Oh.
So, my part-time job, I work as a waiter.
I see.
I hear you.
And what is your full-time job?
I'm a research assistant.
Oh, very cool.
Oh my God, for what?
Oh, God. It's dust-based.
Dust-based.
Oh my God, I'm so allergic.
Oh my God, I'm so
already allergic.
I'm so allergic to dust.
I'm so allergic.
So what was the misunderstanding?
I started this part-time job a couple months back just to pad my savings a little bit because dust does not pay well.
And we knew that would happen.
We knew that
And
one.
we knew the day would come where dust didn't quite pay well.
It used to be really big in the 90s.
Of course, but then we kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
It's dust.
It's
It was a certified classic, and now we're just in the lower pits of society.
Yes.
It happens.
And I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have this job, and it was great. It was going well, and I met this guy there, and we got to know each other really well, and we worked together almost every shift. And one day he came up to me, and he was like, "Hey, this is kind of weird, but are you half Asian?" And just for a little context, the area we work in is very not diverse. I moved here from a place that was like the complete opposite. I grew up around like a lot of diversity, just way, way different from where I live now.
Okay.
And so he was like, "Hey, you half Asian, by the way?" And I was like, Yes, I am. And he got so excited. He was like, "Oh my God, I'm half Vietnamese."
Okay, well, there we go.
Oh my God, you didn't land. Okay.
I thought you were going to be like, he's this white guy.
Yeah. He was so excited for me to be half Asian.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
No. And it's also like the area we live in is super, super religious. So there's not a lot of like race mixing, to be honest. It's very like you stay in your own lane. And so he was like super excited, and we really bonded over this and connected over it. And like his mom will come bring me food.
This is actually a beautiful relationship. This sounds like a community that you're building.
This is nice. This is very sweet.
This is gorgeous.
Exactly. And so like after a couple months we have this going, we're able to like build and create community between us two, big community. And so this coworker of ours comes in and he's like, "Hey, this new guy's going to be starting tomorrow. Could you guys show him the ropes?" And we're like, "Of course, no problem." So this guy comes in and, okay, guys, I know it's bad to assume biracial king based on looks in 2025, but like this guy just looked Asian as hell. Like, to be honest with you guys.
Wait, another half Asian?
Exactly. He walked in and I was like, bazinga.
What are the odds? What restaurant is this?
Wait, honestly, what type of restaurant is it?
What type of restaurant is this?
It's like a new American bar lounge kind of vibe.
Okay, got it.
Maybe I thought it would have been
I
Asian.
literally thought it was going to be a half Asian.
Yeah, I was
it
like
was a fusion.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. We serve pasta and egg rolls.
Exactly.
Keep going.
It's perfect. And we're so like, oh, like we're looking at each other like, oh, okay. And so this guy walks in, we show him where to put our bags. He puts down his bag, Japanese flag keychain on it. And we're like, life is electric. The community expands. Here we fucking go. And so like, unfortunately, I think this is where the troubles begin.
Yeah.
Because we only work with him once a week. He only works once a week.
I see.
And so
you don't really have much time to get to know him.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so, like, you know that weird energy where you only work with someone once a week, so you're trying to, like, charm them and make them fall in love with you a little bit. And
I wish I knew that.
Hey, like,
but I can understand it. I don't know that, but I understand exactly what you mean.
I love the idea that it's like, yeah, they come in once a week, so you're just like, hey, you better not fall in love with me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, totally.
You're really trying to, like, make sure that you're on their good side.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Like, charm is at 1,000%. And also, we work in customer service, and I think, like, the best way to approach customer service is, like, assuming all your customers want to fuck you, and that's how you get, like, more tips and, like, get the repertoire going.
Yeah.
By the way, 100%.
I think
wow.
that's honestly a good rule for all business.
Yeah, actually, that's good advice.
Assume every single person wants to fuck you.
100%.
And you probably will get the confidence to go far.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you'll probably fuck them.
And you'll probably fuck them.
So, okay, wait, keep going.
Win-win. And so he kind of got probably caught in the crossfire of that too. He was just under the impression like things were happening, vibes were going. And our last shift, I invited him back to my place with this other guy for after work drinks.
So, and the other man that you built a community with.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
I'm
the other
hearing you.
Asian.
Yes. Correct.
And so we invite him back to our place. Coltrane is playing. Beers are being drunk. It's all in the name of Wasia, okay? And admittedly, I do have some 70s moody lighting in my apartment, and that does set a tone. But in my mind, there is no threesome to be smelt, okay?
Okay, but wait, let me just say one thing really fast.
Please.
If I walked into a space where there was some mood lighting, lights are dim, ultimately Coldplay is playing, okay? Beers are being served, I would be like, hey, where's the lube?
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it feels sexy.
Like, by the way, I kind of want to come over.
Yeah, honestly, this sounds
I'm
great.
like, this sounds great.
You've made a perfect environment for a threesome.
Totally, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Is this about me being? Are you soliciting me? I'm in.
Honestly, we do have a sectional, and it is open. So
See,
anytime.
there you go.
Very
and I
nice.
love a sectional.
But Elise, my question is also, do you and the other guy, well, let's give him a name, the first guy.
Yes.
Can I please have a fake name for him?
Benny.
Benny, Elise and Benny. Do you and Benny have any sexual chemistry? Like, is this just you and Benny are really close and you're really enjoying each other's company? Do you have any chemistry at all?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's fun to go through life with a little bit of flirt on.
Okay.
100%. Trust me, I know it well.
Like, happen at some point, you know? Like, but it's ultimately one of those things where, like, it would be more messy to encourage. So it's good to, like, find the right balance, you know?
Yeah, I see. So you're sort of like, that's in your back pocket. You might bang Benny at some point in the walk-in freezer.
Totally.
But who knows?
But who knows? And also, life is short, but also life is long. Do you know what I mean?
And the place we live is, like, small. So it's only maybe when I'm on my way out.
So you're fucking
you know?
Benny is what I'm hearing,
Yeah,
actually.
you and Benny are together.
I know I'm understanding.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But we need, honestly, another fake name for the new kid on the block.
Doug.
What? Well, it's Doug.
It's Doug.
So, Doug, talk to me about Doug now. In the mood lighting, all this stuff. Does the event go well, or does Doug leave being like, I'm actually going to go, like, this is a weird vibe?
No, it all went well. He was, like, just chilling, and he left on, like, a very good note. We were just like, oh, good night, guys. Like, he had to go to the church in the morning, and so he, like, dipped, but at an appropriate time in the dip, in the hang, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And so he was, like, left around probably like 12, and our hangout started at like 9:30.
Oh.
Wow, Doug is a hanging.
Dang, okay.
Doug could hang.
Doug could hang.
Yeah.
Was Doug hung?
Sorry, one more time?
Sorry, never mind.
Sorry. So this all happens, and seemingly everything went well, no? Did anything bad happen after?
So this is when the worst part happens. So I walk into work a couple days later, and the lady who had known Doug since childhood comes up to me, and she's like, hey, I think there's been some kind of misunderstanding and miscommunication here. Doug is pretty sure that you and Benny want to have a threesome with him.
Oh,
no.
Wait, is Benny gay or queer or bi or sexual?
Those are all the options.
That's it, love. I didn't even say straight because that doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
I've I've been trying to like fish that out a little bit and like figure out what the sitch is because I'm queer, and so I've been like, I wonder, because there are vibes, but I feel like he's still learning. He's from a very small town with like not a lot of outside experiences. So I feel like if we hit like the club or like if I took him to a more metropolitan area, he'd be able to explore that a little more.
He'd make out with a guy, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he'd kiss a guy.
Maybe he'd kiss Doug. But so this person comes up to you. So I was almost like, oh, you're worried that there was an implication. No, he thinks that you were trying to fuck him and said that to his friend.
Oh, he indeed thinks. And so, of course, I am shocked at this.
Yeah.
And I am panicking. But I'm also like a very level-headed person and very articulate. So I just say, oh, no, it's because he's Asian.
The whole restaurant stops. A fork clatters to the ground.
Absolutely dead. I'm absolutely dead. Okay, and what does your friend say? And what does Doug's old childhood friend say to because he's Asian?
This is the most disastrous part. She stops and she looks at me and she goes, he's not Asian.
Wait. So I hate to be in 2025. I hate to do this.
Yeah.
But then what is he?
Literally,
If he's not Asian,
like,
what can he be?
is Joseph Gordon-Levitt driving this bus? Like, I was in shock. I'm pretty sure he just looks like spicy mayo. And I literally was like, okay, well, adoption is an option. Are we sure that's not a factor here? And she was just like, girl, you are off base.
Oh, no.
And
Wait. So let's explain a few things. Let's talk about a few things. There's a Japanese flag on his keychain. He just loves Japan.
He loves Japan. He loves Naruto. He loves
Sorry.
manga.
I hear you.
Okay.
And what is Benny thinking about this? Is Benny in agreement with you that this man is half Asian? That Doug is half Asian?
Yes. And literally the first day he walked in and we saw a glimpse of him, we were like, a fellow brother.
So you've now solicited someone to have a threesome with you, and you've now said, no, it's not about that. It's that I essentially only like Asian people.
I only like Asian people, which he's not. So the other girl is like, what the fuck's your problem?
I am obsessed.
Oh my God. Okay, so, and you leave it at that conversation. Have you seen or spoken to Doug since?
So I have a shift with him on Saturday.
Okay.
Okay.
We got some time.
This is good.
I feel like the hardest part for me, like Benny is completely mortified, like gonna put himself into a hole mortified. Whereas I feel like I'm more just like confused on how to approach the situation and the tone. Like, is it a full HR sit down or is it like,
no,
we don't want to fuck you at an edible arrangement, you know? Like,
no. Well, don't do that either.
Yeah, don't.
So there's two things you cannot do, and they're the two things you just said. So you can't do an HR sit down. That is a disaster.
And also, not what you're like. You hung out with somebody outside of work, not with the intention of fucking them.
Totally.
And he got the wrong idea. Sorry, it sounds on paper not good.
Not good.
Yeah.
No. And now he probably has the right idea because Doug's friend probably went to him and was like, by the way, she doesn't want to fuck you. She just thinks you're Asian.
okay, I feel like she didn't do that because I think she likes me as a person, okay? I have to only hope.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because I did like be like, okay, please like just give me some time to like figure out how to approach the situation. I'll either text him or talk to him after our shift on Saturday.
Okay, well, that's good that
she
she didn't go to him and just kind of rat you out for thinking he was Asian.
Sorry, she literally thinks you're Asian.
Yeah. No. She doesn't want to fuck you at all. She just thinks you're her race. Okay, wait. So can I tell you what I would do?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So, first of all, you cannot send flowers or anything of the sort. You can't do that.
Amazing.
But if I were you, and this might be the worst advice you've ever heard in your life, I would not do anything.
You would just exist as if nothing happened. Yep. That's unbelievable. So you would just leave him thinking that...
You know what? That's better than the Asian thing.
I think you have to, there's some lie has to be told. You can't be 100% honest about the situation.
I actually have a good idea.
Oh, please.
You go to Doug and you say, this is so weird. Like, I heard that you thought we were, so whatever, the threesome. I'm so sorry. That's such a weird, that's so embarrassing. The truth is, like, I have a little crush on Benny. And then you pretend that you have a crush on Benny.
That's actually really good.
And so if you were getting any vibes, it's because like I thought I liked, I was flirting with Benny.
I think that's a fantastic idea because it also, you can tell Benny that
tell
it's like,
Benny, and then by the way, you and Benny will fuck.
Yes, you will fuck because of this. And you can just be like, it was a fake. Yeah, like I just told him this just to get him off my back. And then he can be like, oh, and you'd be like, I mean,
it's
I do really like you. And like, it's like, this is washing two birds at once. What's the expression?
Hey, so it's two birds with one stone.
That's right. There we go. So I think that that's a fantastic thing to say.
Totally.
And I also think that like that then, if anything, you could be a little offended. You could be offended that he thought you were trying to fuck him.
Yes.
That's how you're like, by the way, we were just trying to hang out with you, dude.
Yes.
Like that's another way to go.
Yes.
And then he'll be like, oh, and you're just like, no, it's not like you're new to
the Asian community here.
You're new to the Asian community here. Look, I thought you were Asian. But I think that pinning it on Benny and the love in the room is really, really
and
nice.
Then Benny and you present it to Benny, and then it kind of becomes the beginning of a porn.
It is porn in a way.
It's porn in a way.
Also, this way, you can be like, would you actually like be able to like wingman me to Benny?
100%.
Because then you and Doug have a secret. And that'll bring you closer together.
And by the way, that's also kind of a porn, you and Doug.
You and Doug, exactly.
So then actually you do get your threesome.
I thought you were Asian.
Yes. Oh my God, you in the back of a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Scouting Benny, but being like, this is so weird, but I really like him. And I thought you were Asian, by the way.
Oh my God. How does that sound? How do you feel about pinning it on the crush on Benny? Elise.
I think like my only slight hangout, and I am not the best person, so like I might just continue with it, I might go with it. Like I am worried about Benny getting a little attached from that and messing with his feelings with that.
Cause
oh shit. Can we see pics of them? Is Benny cute?
It's an elaborate bit, if I say that to him, I feel like there's there's only so much you can say, if you feel me.
What is Benny cute? Like, would you hook up with Benny?
Well, yeah, and like honestly, for a second, I did consider the whole threesome option just because it felt like the option of least resistance. I was like,
sorry, you did want to have a threesome with these two boys.
You're fully soliciting these two hot men.
Sorry.
No, it's just, she said that and I was like, all right, the easiest way out of this is the threesome. That's emergency evac.
Yeah, you double down and just go, this is what I wanted. I want you two to kiss in front of me. Come over to my apartment.
Oh my God, Challengers.
It is Challengers, but for American restaurants in the Midwest.
Yes.
No, I don't know where you live.
Yes. Where do you live, love?
Where do you live? Address, please.
I moved to Utah.
Utah, literally. Is Utah the Midwest? It's considered the Midwest.
Sort of, right?
Kind of.
Sort of. It's the West.
So like, I can't even really like blame him for assuming it was a threesome because there are more polygamists than Asians here. So like, I get it, but also I'm mortified.
It's the Mormon vibe. Oh, he's going to church. Is Doug Mormon?
So I think he's not.
Well, if he
is, we think he is Asian. We think he's not Mormon.
Yes. Well, maybe
because I'm pretty sure Mormons go to church on a different day.
Oh, that's interesting. I do not know.
I don't know that.
I have no idea.
That could be a lie.
Okay, so yeah, I think that the options we presented to you, it is either pin it on the crush on Benny. I think that's like the option
that's the best,
the most sewn, and then you can just tell Benny like, hey, I just told him this because I like, if there was any chemistry, it's just because we're really close.
Totally.
Like you can even tell Doug one thing and then tell Benny a version of that. Like I said, it was really, really close and we're just like excited to hang out and stuff like that. Like, Benny's been really good, to me.
Yes. And then you have this gorgeous secret with Doug, this gorgeous little secret. It's just a gorgeous, what's the word? Kernel. It's a kernel and it's going to pop soon. Ultimately, it's going to pop.
It's going to pop. up.
love this.
Or you go up to Doug and you'd be like, hey, we're just trying to be nice. Like, I can't believe you thought that. That's crazy. Like, it's actually really rude that you thought that.
Yeah, you totally gaslight him.
Yeah.
Because it's gaslighting because you were trying to have a threesome.
Yeah, by the way, definitely because you do want to have a threesome with these two boys. But Elise, thank you so much
You're
for giving us
best.
a call. You're the best. Best of luck out there, both with the dust and also with the American restaurant.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you guys so much. And shout out to you both for creating content that brings people so much joy. We really appreciate it.
That's really sweet.
We love you.
We love
We're going to
you.
clip that and just post that part.
We're going to clip that. All right. Bye, Elise. Thanks for calling in.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Wow.
I am obsessed with the end of that being, well, and I've thought about the threesome.
She wanted to have a threesome with these boys.
100%.
1,000,000% she wanted to.
She just didn't know if they were queer.
Yeah, she didn't know.
assumed they were Asian, but she didn't think they were queer.
When you assume you get an ass out of you and the other half Asian people at the restaurant.
100%. And that's the saying.
And that is the saying. Okay. All right. We got to take another call here. Cats. They're cute, they're fuzzy, and we gotta love them. And when they go to the bathroom in a litter box, you might be wondering, how's my cat doing? Well, what if I told you that Pretty Litter has the answers? I know a bunch of people that use Pretty Litter as their litter box option for their cats, and I gotta say, it is a fantastic piece of science that I think is like really exciting. Pretty Litter helps you monitor your cat's health, detecting abnormalities in your cat's urine by testing acidity and alkalinity levels and showing the visible presence of blood. Pretty Litter ships free right to your door. It's non-toxic, pet safe, and household friendly. Plus, it's low dust, controls odors, and lasts for up to 1 month. Animals cannot talk yet, and I am working on a personal solution for that. But in terms of health, it's always nice to know and do a gut check on making sure that your cat is healthy. And Pretty Litter changes color, so it indicates various things about their health that can really help you know exactly what is going on. So right now, save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy at prettylitter.com/perfectperson. That's prettylitter.com/perfectperson to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/perfectperson. Pretty Litter cannot detect every feline health issue or prevent or diagnose diseases. A diagnosis can only come from a licensed veterinarian. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
Hi, Miles. Me and my coworker aggressively made out at a work party for the joke, and now everyone's mad at us. I could really use some help on asking for forgiveness. Okay, bye.
For a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. It happened, right?
Also, we need to hear more. I need to hear more about this.
Yeah, we got to give this person a call back.
We have to call them.
It was just a joke.
Hi, I made out with you for a joke. So mean to the other person.
Yeah, it was literally just a joke. Relax.
Hello?
Hello, you called Perfect Person and I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Owen Thiele.
Hi.
Oh my God, slay!
We're going to need a fake name for you. Owen, what's the fake name for this caller?
Funny phone.
Phone. Oh
I looked at a phone and I thought phone.
Owen just saw a phone and that's what it was.
No, we have to do another name. We're going to call you Ridgie.
Richie. Richie or Ridgie?
I like Richie.
Richie. Okay. Richie, thank you so much for calling in. First of all, what type of job do you have that you and your coworker made out at?
So I work at a coffee shop.
Oh, let's go. Okay.
Hot.
Oh my gosh.
So wait, what kind of work event was this?
Yeah.
It was our team bonding event.
Oh, and you bonded, all right.
Oh, well that. Wait, what did you guys do? Like you had to go on like ropes courses? What kind of event?
No, so we picked like an activity to do, and we did bowling, and then after we bowled, we went to karaoke, which is like in the bowling alley.
So fun.
That's really fun.
That's so fun. Why didn't you invite us?
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
we were like getting drunk. We were like getting drunk bowling, and then we got more drunker at the karaoke because after 9:30, no one under the age of 21 is allowed. So we're all like over 21 getting drunk at the karaoke place.
Honestly, that's a good night out. That's a good bonding
Wait, can
activity.
I ask you something? Are there a lot of non-21-year-olds who work at the coffee shop? Is that what you're saying? Like it's only the 21 plus?
There's one, and she's 18, and we don't fuck with her. You know?
Okay,
we don't
so
like
she
her.
just left, and then you. I
she's
hear
a little baby, and you bowled, and then you said bye-bye, and then you made out.
And then you fucked this man.
You fucked this
Okay,
person.
wait, hold on. So can I explain how that happened?
Yeah, please.
It's kind of funny. Me and this coworker, we're both gay. This is important note. My coworker is a masculine person who only dates men, and I am a feminine person who only dates women. And we have like these bits that we do at work where we like pretend to kiss each other. We like lean in. And like we always like playfully flirt with each other. And we got drunk one night and we were like, it would be so funny if we at the team bonding thing, like after 9:30, because I feel like post 9:30, it's like no longer a work function. It's now an after work function. We sing Mamma Mia and we make out on the floor.
Wait.
of the karaoke.
Wait, sorry. I just have to ask you one thing.
Please.
First of all, so you pre-planned this?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's for the bit.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
By the way,
bit.
I'm so down for the bit.
For the bit.
For
In
the bit.
big quotation marks. I have a question about the bit.
Yeah.
I have a question about the
Of
bit.
course, everyone does.
Everyone has a question about the bit. So you're like, okay, you're a feminine person. You only date feminine people typically. Your coworker is a masculine person, only dating masculine people typically. But you also have some sort of chemistry with your coworker, and you planned to make out at the work function. So where's the joke? Where's the joke?
Okay. The joke is that it was just like we're always leaning in and we're like going for a kiss, but we never do it. And the joke was like, okay, so what if we just did it? Like, what if we just gave them the shock factor and now they just can't trust us on the floor when we pretend to go in for a kiss?
Oh my God. I understand what's happening.
It's
You're
ruined.
still-
Yes.
You've ruined your bit, essentially, because you've actually done it.
Yeah. You fired the gun, as it were.
I understand. And now what you're asking us is, how do we continue to lean in at work and make it a bit and have them still laugh?
And because now they're just like, you guys are
each other.
You like each other and you're going to kiss.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, I hang out at the coffee shop a lot because this is my last week of school, so I've been grinding and drinking free coffee as I do. And so now when I'm sitting at the shop doing my homework and my coworker gets off and we hang out next to each other, so we're not even clocked in, my manager is staring us down.
Oh.
She is watching us. She's like, please stop kissing. And we're like, we only kissed one time, and it was aggressive makeout to Mamma Mia. Granted, we were both like super drunk.
So was it in front? It was in front of your manager.
Your manager was there.
Yeah. Like everybody was there except for the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So everyone was there. So it was all of your coworkers and your manager. I mean, this is confusing. This is confusing because for your manager's perspective, okay, these two people now, like, I'm almost worried your manager's not going to put you on shift together anymore. And this is your bestie at work, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, we have like TikToks planned, so we were really hoping for a close together so we could like do the TikToks.
Oh, I see. You have TikToks planned that you want to make during closing of the restaurant.
And do they involve making out?
Yeah.
No, they involve like my coworker like throwing a mocha at me. You know,
because a mocha? Oh my God, by the way, your manager's firing you, love.
You're throwing mochas. By the way, I will say, this is really bringing me back to when I worked at a coffee shop. It was chaos. Everyone's hooking up. We had the keys, so we would go. I worked at this coffee shop in New York on 29th and 9th Avenue.
Hot.
And it was right in the middle of Chelsea, and we would go, and we had the keys, so sometimes we'd be out drinking, and we would just go with the coffee shop, and we had beer taps, and we'd just be like, there's big, beautiful corner window room, and people, if they looked in, would be like, there's just people fucking partying in there.
That's
because we had access to
amazing.
and people, we'd get drunk and go. It was great. And like, coffee shops really are a breeding ground for fun, especially when you're young.
Totally.
But
you're young and having fun.
And you're young and fun. But I'm also wondering for you. So this is, because it depends on what you want for your solution. This is actually platonic, not even in quotes. This is actually just your platonic bestie that you made out with. There's no hint of chemistry between this person. Okay, great. All right, cool.
Like, that's the thing. That's the thing. They can't report it. I mean, they could report it to HR, but we weren't on the clock. And there's no way that we'll date because we're not actually physically attracted to each other.
You're not physically compatible, but are you attracted to this person at all? Is there a little dig down deep? I want you to take a deep breath and dig down deep. Is there a little, and that's you digging. Is there a little bit of attraction? Is there a moment of attraction?
No, they're also like 4 years younger than me, and like no.
Wait,
definitely not.
Oh, so you're 20, like 25 or something like that?
Yeah, I'm 26. They're 22.
Oh, okay, 22, 26.
I'm moving in like 2 months, so we're just like having fun at work. Like they're also graduating and like gonna move at some point. But like we just want that closing shift right before we move to make all these fun little TikToks because I'm moving out of the country, the continent.
Oh my gosh,
what?
where are you going?
Okay, so you have called me before, Miles. I was pour over for the Patreon episode.
Oh my gosh, yes. And you were moving. I actually do remember this.
Yeah.
Where was it exactly you're moving again?
I'm moving to Denmark.
That's right.
To Denmark. Oh my God, you're going to have a lot of coffee, fun, sex there.
Coffee, fun, sex
I
there.
don't know why I've never been to Denmark.
You will have coffee, fun, sex there. It was like you were Danish and you didn't speak
Well,
English.
I was Danish, love.
So got it. So the main thing is we want the closing shift so we can get those TikToks. And I think that we're going to be able to get it for you. Now, my solution is actually you have to make out with your manager.
Wait, I'm absolutely dead. Are you attracted to your manager at all?
I have 2 managers. I'm not attracted to either of them. They're also both in like very serious long-term relationships.
Honestly, you know what it is? It's almost, okay, you need to spread these kisses, not actual kisses, these lean-ins like a shotgun instead of a sniper rifle. I want you to find other coworkers at the coffee shop
that you do it too.
That you can lean into in front of the manager.
I do have another coworker that I keep leaning in with, but she's also just really attractive and in a polyamorous relationship.
So that's someone you could be hooking up with.
I need to come to this coffee shop. Where is it?
We're on our way.
There.
Oh my God, please come in. I will literally tell you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, right. So you are leaning in. The only other person that you can do this with is hot and in a poly relationship, so you could be kissing them.
So if she kissed me, it would be a little too serious. I would be a little too into it. I would be sent to HR. I would fall in love with her.
So wait, can I just ask you a question? Because I just need to know for my own sake.
Yeah, please.
Was the makeout good?
Oh.
We were both, like, we had way too many Jello shots.
Jello shots.
I genuinely can't tell you if it was good or if it was just me being drunk.
But you thought it was good in the moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's also like been a while since like anyone has kissed me, so I was like, yippee, you know?
Nice, right?
Totally.
Yeah, I honestly think the way is to like, or you and your bestie at the shop can talk in front of the manager about like other people that you're dating. Like, make it really clear that it's like, oh yeah, I went on this date the other day and it was this, and like make it super clear that it's a platonic thing.
Yes.
Also, I think that if you go to your manager and just go, hi, we have one request. I'm about to leave, and we are obviously, this is a joke. We won't do the lean in anymore until we can have our closing shift together, which is in 1 week or whatever. Can we please close together? I think your manager will understand, maybe.
We have like tried to, the like marketing person will come by the coffee shop and like hang out. And we've tried sitting her down and being like, listen, we have these TikTok ideas, but we need you to back us up.
Yeah.
But I think, you know what? I don't think that helped you, because I think telling someone that you have TikTok ideas that you want to do with this person that you just made out with
in front of
seems a little like the TikToks could end up on OnlyFans.
We have some TikTok ideas.
Yeah, exactly. We have some short form content.
It's really short form.
But I really do think if you lean in, I understand that you might want to actually kiss this other person who's in a polyamorous relationship.
Yeah.
But I do think if you continue to lean into other people, even your manager, try your manager, lean into your manager, but lean away from this person that you actually made out with.
Yeah.
I think things will actually shape up in the way you want them to.
I agree. I think it's like, if spread it like a shotgun, and also maybe with a customer, you find a customer, or you have one of your friends that doesn't work at the shop come
genius.
in, and you're like, hey guys, this is my girlfriend, like whatever. You plant a girlfriend in the line, right?
That's genius.
And that way it's like, oh, it was a joke because, so-and-so has a, what was it, phone? No, the name Richie. Richie has a girlfriend, and the girlfriend is here.
That's genius. Richie. If you plant a little girl friend or
plant a little girl.
No, if you plant anyone who you could be attracted to in this line and pretend that you're actually seeing them, I think this is good.
Yeah, I think that's nice, because then you're in control of the environment. It's not just your coworkers. It can just be a friend that you're calling in a favor for. And maybe that is a friend that you do want to kiss.
Whoa.
2 birds, one wash.
Exactly. 2 birds, one pub.
Okay, I think this could work because I do have 2 months.
Okay, yeah, you got
you
time.
have so long, Rich.
And I think that this is a good, is there anyone in your life that you're like, I actually do want to hook up with this person before I move continents?
Oh, that's a great question. I haven't really thought about it. I've been so busy.
I think if you do have anyone, I think you should tell them this plan and be like, hey, so I'm doing this.
Yeah,
I need to separate from my little coworker at work, from my friend at work, and I'm gonna plant you as my girlfriend or whoever, and then actually then there's sparks flying between you two.
Yeah, and it's a really terrible idea because my super hot coworker's polyamorous partner just pulled up too. So what if I was just was a third,
They just pulled up right now?
Yeah. Give him a little wave. I said, hey.
Oh, wow.
Wait, whoa.
Get in there, okay?
Wait, see, I'm coming.
Yeah, no, here's the funny thing. I'm at the coffee shop, outside, because I was doing my homework.
Oh my God, you're at the coffee shop right now?
Put on your manager. Let me talk to your manager.
No, just get your manager on.
No, I don't want you.
By the way, we would get you fired.
We would. I've almost
fired.
gotten other callers fired before, and I don't want to do it today. But Richie, best of luck out there. I think
You're
you got
gonna
a
kill
lot
it.
of good options out there. I really hope that you can do that closing shift and get those TikToks done.
And can you send them to me once you make them? Because I would love to see what you look like. I'm sure you're beautiful, but I would also love to see what your coworker looks like.
Oh, yes.
I will. And just for Miles, I do still decaf police officers. I do have one regular, and I decaf him all the time.
That's awesome. Before they call it, they say they give decaf to police officers.
I'm obsessed.
Love that.
You go, girl.
Hell yes. Okay, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable. I think that there's so much there. Really sort of romantically entangled calls.
Totally.
I mean, both of those were
they were both I'm like, this is sex. This is what sex is like.
This is what sex
This is sex. This is sex.
I think we have time for one more short call here. Let's rip it.
So I keep stealing my boyfriend's roommate's toothbrushes, and I can't stop. And I feel like they're going to find out soon, and I don't know what to do. If I should admit to it or not. Call me back. I need help.
I don't know what stealing.
Is she using them?
I don't know.
Or is she putting them random places?
Is she hiding them? I don't know. I don't know if she's hiding them or if she's using them or if she's just stealing them.
Kind of iconic.
That's kind of funny.
I mean, does she like the boyfriend's roommate? We have to ask.
I love that we're just sewing. In all these calls, we're like, do you have the crush on the other person in this story?
No way.
Hello, you called perfect person, and I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Owen Thiele.
Hi.
Oh, wait. There's no way. Hold on. I'm at work. I have to.
Do you have the toothbrushes
Do you have
with
the toothbrushes on you? I keep that thing on me.
Shaking. Wow.
Oh,
Hey, guys.
wonderful. Okay.
Miles, I can't believe this is the call that gets you. I can't even tell you how many problems I've had that I've had to solve on my own, and this is the one.
I'm sorry that I wasn't there before, but guess what? I'm here now. Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
This is everything I imagined and more.
Now, Owen, can I please have a fake name for this person?
You're Louvie.
Louvie, why don't you tell me what the hell is actually good with your boyfriend's roommate's toothbrushes?
So this is my first boyfriend ever. And not to out myself, I'm 25 years old, and he has two roommates that he went to school with.
Okay.
And I have been spending a lot of time at their apartment. But I keep sleeping over and forgetting my toothbrush, which is a problem.
Yeah.
And so I've been going into their drawers and stealing all of the spare toothbrushes they have. The first time I was like, oh my God, nobody's going to notice. But then it's just been happening every weekend. And the other day I was literally at his apartment, and I didn't want them to know that I took it, but then I didn't want to throw it in their garbage. So I had to, I put it in my pants. I didn't have pockets. So I literally shoved the toothbrush in my pants and then ran out of the apartment. He tried to hug me. I was like, I have to go. Ran out of the apartment so I wasn't caught.
Wait, does he know, does your boyfriend know that you're taking his roommate's toothbrushes?
No, I haven't told anybody. And again, now it's been almost 2 months that I've been stealing toothbrushes, and I'm like, somebody has got to notice soon. And now I feel like maybe they already know and like they're talking about the fact that like I'm stealing their toothbrushes, or like maybe they don't know.
Wait, okay, wait. Let me ask you something. Oh, they bought 3 new packs and you keep stealing them?
Oh, they just bought new.
Yeah, they just keep buying new packs, but it's like the packs where they'll have like, at first actually like it was the like expensive toothbrushes that I was taking, and now it's like they started buying, maybe they're catching on, they started buying like the cheaper ones.
Wait, and then what are you doing with the toothbrushes, love?
You know toothbrushes are not one and done, right?
Like you can use them again. Why don't you? I actually have a solution already for this. I think what you should do is go to the roommates and sit, like if they're all like playing video games or watching a show or whatever, you should be like, by the way, can I borrow a toothbrush? And then they're going to be like, of course. And then they're going to give you one of their spare toothbrushes that you could put and leave there. Why do you have to throw them out?
Yeah, why are they being thrown away?
Well, because I didn't want them to see that I took it. So like then I was just like throwing them in my bag. And then it was like gross because there was just like a raw toothbrush in my bag. And I was like, I'm going to reuse that one. And then I was like, I'll just bring one next time and leave it here. But the problem is I keep forgetting to bring one and leaving it there.
Okay.
So wait, what? I have a question.
Yeah, please.
You're using spare. You're not using their toothbrushes that they use on their own teeth.
Thank God, no. There was one time that I accidentally did, but no, for the most part, I've been stealing brand new ones.
There has been a time with my wife where once she was like, wait, I used that toothbrush. And I was like, no, I used that toothbrush.
You're lying.
And it was like, it had been like a month and we were using the same toothbrush. And I was horrified.
Is disgusting,
and
but you guys share
she was like, we kiss. And I was like, we don't kiss each other's plaque.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
there's something about that.
100%. Wait,
so gingivitis and
could
stuff
you
like that.
100%? You're passing gum disease, love. Would you ever say to your boyfriend, your gorgeous new boyfriend, that I understand you're a little afraid to ruin this? Would you ever say to him, hey, I'm thinking I think we should make a little like stash for me at your place of like toothbrushes, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, would you
right,
ever say to him, I would like to make a little toiletry case here?
100. So I was actually like, last time I was there, I was like, maybe I should mention it because like, truth be told, we've been talking for about like 8 months now, but I was trying to play like, hard to get for the first 6 months.
Oh, this all makes sense now.
This makes
his toothbrush at his house.
This makes way more sense.
This is a new boyfriend. You guys haven't even have you guys said you're actually exclusive together, boyfriend, girlfriend?
So like last month, yes, but up until then, like we've been talking since last October.
And you've been stealing these brushes for a long time.
It's been from like October till now, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna play it cool. And act like you like me more than I like you, so there's no way I'm asking to leave a toothbrush here.
100%.
Yeah, it's a power move, and you didn't want to be like, yeah, I brought my toothbrush. Okay, this makes a ton of sense. I will say I have another solution that is a product.
Go.
You can buy these little things, I think they're called Colgate Wisps, where it is a bag of little tiny toothbrushes and they have a bead of like mouthwash in the center, and they're tiny. They're like this, and you just go boom, boom, boom. I've got them in my car. I use them literally all the time, and they're fantastic. One side is like a little flossy, and one side is a little mini toothbrush. And they're disposable, which is bad for the environment. But
I guess my problem is like, do you think they know I've been stealing them?
Yes.
Or like, they're just like, where are our toothbrushes?
No,
toothbrushes go?
I actually don't know if they think you've been stealing it. I think they probably think the other one has been stealing one. Like, does that make sense? Like, I think like
do you think that caused drama in the house?
I think that you've ruined their friendship forever.
Well, 100%. They're no longer friends. No. I do think though that they don't assume it's you unless you've. Well, here's the deal. Are the packs of 12 or the packs of 2? Because if they're packs of 2 and they're disappearing that fast, then they obviously know it's you.
Yeah, they started as packs of 2 and now they've been buying like, I think it's like 4 or 5, the ones that are, it's like the cheaper ones.
How many realistically do you think you've used and thrown away?
Yeah, so it's honestly probably like 6 at this point. I think I've used and thrown away. Which is so upsetting to say
I'll say this.
And then on the other days that you're not brushing your teeth there because you're too afraid to take the toothbrushes, what do you do? Your finger?
Oh my God. No, I take a No. I take the toothbrush. There has yet to be a day I haven't taken a toothbrush.
Oh, so you either have it or yeah, right. Now, I think that Colgate Wisps or / Perfect Person is going to be really, really good for you. Not a spawn. I wish it was. But also, you should just have a little station. You've been dating a month. I think it's realistic. Well, I guess you've been seeing each other since October. Now,
yeah,
it's
the
sort
October thing. It's long enough to have your own little case there of goodies, but also there could be another option. I'm now understanding actually what I mean with my boyfriend. When I was going to his apartment in the very beginning, I was too afraid to take a shit, so I would go to Starbucks every morning.
Would you just be like, I have to go get a drink?
I would literally be like, I'm so sorry, I have a work call. And he was like, work? We're 18. He was like, what are you doing?
That's amazing.
And then I would go shit at Starbucks. I have to buy something though because they only give you the code.
It's like 5 a.m. He's like, who's calling you right now?
No, literally, he thought I was cheating on him. Anyways, I understand the fear. Yeah. I get it. And I do think ultimately if you're like carrying a cute little bag or whatever, like Colgate Wisps are... You need to leave them in your car. Like you need to leave them.
Yeah, you
can't
leave them
just
somewhere. You can't just have them.
Have them.
Yeah, that's true. Especially
so I'm understanding this more and more. Actually,
I guess should I confess at this point, or do I just you know what? Like they probably already know it's me, and I just have to purchase my own toothbrush.
I'll tell you,
Colgate.
I think the best way to do it is to not confess because it's unnecessary. And also I get that you're sort of sensitive around the relationship with the roommates and the boyfriend, whatever. I would just buy a 5-pack of toothbrushes and put it in the drawer where they are. And just make it clear that it's distinct. You pop that puppy in there and then you leave it. And then they go, oh, she must have been taking them, but now they're
replaced.
There's a surplus.
There's another thing you could do where you could lie about being a hypochondriac.
I'm sorry, I'm a hypochondriac. I steal everything. You just undo your pockets. It's all their stuff.
No. You could be like, I'm so afraid. I think their biggest thing will be like, why are you stealing them and throwing them out?
Yeah,
I think that's just ridiculous. So I think you would have to lie and be like, well, I'm really scared of my own teeth, and I'm a hypochondriac, and I need to throw away every time it's used. But then you have to keep that up for your whole relationship, love.
Oh my god!
Unless suddenly you go to therapy and you're healed.
The throwing away is so funny to me.
The throwing away
that sounds like an expensive lie.
They're expensive. Toothbrushes are actually kind of expensive.
They are.
Yeah,
they are.
Like a multi-pack is like $20.
They are expensive.
Yeah. So I would say, I think come clean to your boyfriend. And honestly, because it's a new relationship, it'll be a fun thing for you two to figure out together. You can be like, I have a secret. And he'll be like, what? And you'll be like, I've been taking a toothbrush because he doesn't even know. Right?
No, I mean, I don't know unless, again, this has caused household drama that he just hasn't.
But can I be honest?
Made me aware of yet.
He must. That's a hot thing to bring up to him, to be like, I've been stealing their toothbrushes. Oh no, because the only thing he could say was, oh my god, thank God, I thought you weren't brushing your teeth.
Yeah, right.
It'll actually be hot.
It'll be kind of hot.
He'll be like licking your mouth by the end of the night.
Oh my god.
He'll be up in your mouth.
I'll be like, I know how much you love dental hygiene.
Yes.
And so.
Yeah. I think bring it up to him and then you guys solve it together and that will bring you closer and he'll be the love of your life maybe. So maybe.
Wow.
But thank you so much for calling in. Oh,
Louvie.
Thank you, Owen.
It's Louvie.
Louvie, I hope you have a wonderful day and best of luck brushing those teeth.
Thank you. And Miles, congratulations to you and Sarah.
Oh, thank you very
much. Baby.
Yes. Oh, that's very sweet of you. I appreciate
There's
it.
another one on the way. Who's going to
one.
steal toothbrushes?
Wonderful.
Louvie, we love you.
Louvie, we love you.
Oh my God, I'm so honored. Thank you guys.
Bye, Louvie. Wow. Louvie.
Have you ever stolen a toothbrush?
Oh, no.
No.
Well, I think if I was in that scenario and I was like, I need to brush my teeth.
I would be like, do you have any toothbrushes?
Yeah, or I'd if I really was in dire straits, I would steal. I've steal toothpaste maybe.
Yeah, of course.
Toothpaste on a fingy, and then I'm doing that maybe.
Totally.
I've done that,
I've definitely done that. I've never stolen a toothbrush. I'm like, have I stolen anything from my boyfriend or his roommate that he doesn't know?
No, not from roommates. I feel like I would. Yeah, no. Unless it was a place I knew I was never coming back.
I mean, there was one time when my boyfriend lived with my best friend. I set them up to live together. They were in New York and I was here. So I wanted them I wanted my boyfriend to be overseen by my best friend. And when I would visit him, she had this perfume that I really liked. And so I would use her perfume every time I went out, and I never told her. But I would just spray a little bit. Like, I don't think that's that crazy.
Well, it's your best friend.
But ultimately, the perfume was going fast, and it's expensive.
Yeah,
so,
I know you're using expensive, but I feel the best friend would maybe understand.
Totally.
You eating a strawberry, you spritzing a perfume.
And we sit with that.
Well, Owen, we have one final segment, and it's a segment we like to call Get Real. Let the music wash over you.
Well, it's washing.
This is a segment where we force a genuine moment in an effort to learn more about each other and ourselves.
Yes!
Through the power of music.
Yes.
Owen, obviously, it's so cool. Since the last time I've seen you, I feel that you've skyrocketed to great success. You're doing all these amazing things, movies, television, whatever. What is something that right now is a personal goal for you, or something you're struggling with that you're like, the next 6 months, this is what I want my life to be? This could be emotional, personal, career, whatever.
That's such a great, well, there's twofold to that question. I think what I would like, I think I would like to get out of my own head a little, and I think I'm posting. You're forced to post a lot on Instagram to promote the show and whatever, and there's images and things that you don't like of yourself, and I think I finally just have to let go of that and actually accept, one, the way I look, but also two, just accept that like this is ultimately part of the job and that you can't curate every little thing.
That's the hardest part, is to just surrender to it being like, oh, I have to be perceived.
Totally. I have to be perceived. Isn't that scary?
It's very scary.
Do you have a fear of being perceived?
Well, I definitely, at the beginning of this job, like a friend of mine was like, you'll read 1,000 comments and one will be negative, and you'll think about that one with the same emotional weight as the 999
100%.
And I think I do like that. I struggle with that, where like, I saw some comment the other day and it like pissed me off, and I like replied. It was on YouTube, and I like replied to it. Was like, I don't even know why you would say it's like, so it's a loser's battle, doing that. But it is like the little ones will hit you hard, or the little critiques or the things, and then I'm ignoring like all the other ones that are like, loved this, sweet but normal people that are just enjoying whatever it is.
And also, I think the twofold to this is also like seeing those comments, and if they're just like racist or homophobic or whatever, it's just like, fuck you.
Insane.
Yeah, it's insane. Right. But then there's also sometimes things to learn from.
I know, sure.
And, they're like, Owen, you're lying a lot in your podcast. You said you haven't watched White Lotus and you're lying about it to your guests. And I'm like, and that's a fair thing. And thank you so much.
In one episode, did you go, I haven't seen it? And the next
the first episode, I said, yes, a solo episode, I said I hadn't watched it. And then I had Brittany, Drew Afawalo on my podcast, and she was talking about the White Lotus. And I was like, oh my God, it's so good.
Oh, it's such a funny line to be caught in.
Fuck. But anyway,
it's so small, it doesn't even matter, but it's just so funny to like social faux pas. Like, oh my God, it's so good, right?
And then I went on her podcast, and then I was like, I have never seen it ever, and I need to make that clear. Like, then I went so hard. And I was like, Mike White, I don't know who that is. You know what I mean? Then I went like too far, and now I'm like offending other people.
Sure.
Anyways, I think being perceived is really scary and really weird. And I think it's horrible. And I also think it's a part of our job. And actually, and in not just our job, I think it's actually a part of
everyone's job. Yeah, for sure.
So
no, and it's also like I have to enjoy the parts of being perceived that aren't like, I have to enjoy when I'm being perceived and someone's like saying some snarky comment. That's the same thing I elected to do as being perceived to, like, where people are like, oh, you're funny, and I'm like, I have to perform, and I need this validation or whatever.
Totally.
But surrender, I think that's a good That's a good goal. Owen, that's the show.
Oh my God, that's it.
That's it.
We're done.
Did it. We're done.
Thank you so much for having me, Miles.
Thank you so much for being here,
and thank you for letting me into this little space. I love it. I'll be sleeping bungalow here ultimately.
Well, Owen, why don't you tell people where they can find you and a little bit about FX's Adults coming out soon?
You can find me. Hey, everything just left me. I literally went completely blank. I was like, what's my name? Where am I? You can find me on Instagram at Owen Thiele or TikTok at Owen Thiele. The classic places everywhere, all platforms, Owen Thiele. It's so sad for me that I'm on them. And then also you can watch FX's Adults, which is coming out on May 28th on FX. 2 episodes are dropping. And then the 29th, it's on Hulu, all episodes streaming. Watch them all, binge them. It's kind of a bingeable show. Yes. Well, I don't want to say that because then you guys could be like, it's not.
Well, they're 20-minute episodes, so
exactly.
It's like
exactly. They're
and
fast.
Also, like so I've watched the first 3, and I absolutely loved it. I think it's so funny. I think a lot of people in this audience specifically will really enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Hopefully.
it's bingeable, it's stringeable, baby.
It's stringeable and bingeable and streamable on Hulu. So go watch that.
Go peep it. Check out Owen everywhere. And if you've got a problem that you're not quite sure how to solve, just remember that no matter who you are, where you are, perfection is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.